What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Legion Alpha. Yes, I finally got access, and there will be content coming, like proper content coming very shortly. However, I'm in between my working machines at the moment. I had a problem with my old one. I'm currently using like a piece of crap in between, and coming next week, I'll have a new work machine coming, and from there, I'll be bringing out a lot more content. I've got games I've been playing in the meantime to do like first looks and impressions of, and I also will be coming along with Legion Alpha content. We'll be looking at the warrior, we'll be looking at all three specs, and we'll be looking at them in a sort of not a how's it going to play or what we're going to do with it sort of way, but we're going to be looking at it as if it's alpha, because it's exactly what it is. So I'm going to have a quick talk about what I think alpha is and what I think you guys should kind of take it all as. But again, I could be wrong, but this is how I see alpha. So just from here, I'm just going to take that and let you guys know. So what do I think alpha is? I think alpha is a state of the game where they're going through massive iteration. We've just seen with the most recent patch, the one that that's currently playable now, they flipped warrior on its head. They were like, hey, this is how warrior does, and then they were like, boom, patch, different. Totally different gameplay style. We went from having just Bloodthirst that gave us Enrage, and you could use Berserker Rage to set it off, but now like totally different. You get less rage overall, but damn, Rampage gives you Enrage as well. Like, well, it's totally different. Like, sure, it doesn't sound like a huge change, but it's massive, absolutely massive change. So lots and lots of change is happening, and it's happening very, very quickly. Nothing is set in stone. Absolutely zero is set in stone. I think the reason we've got access to an alpha and a version of the game so early this time round, which we've never had before. We've never had a version of World of Warcraft so early in development, is because look at Warlords of Draenor. People were very unhappy with some of the ways that Warlords of Draenor worked out. Obviously, it was kind of the worst expansion they've ever done, and some of the reasons for that were that they were in beta phase with a lot of things, and they were getting feedback saying, oh, you should change this, you should change that, this isn't very good. Problem was they were too far gone in creation, like in finalization of all the specs, and they said, we would love to change something, but unfortunately things are set in stone now, we can't change them. And they worked their hardest to kind of chop and change things and get something working how people wanted it to, but unfortunately they were just too far gone in development. It wasn't a feasible thing. So I think that's why we're being let in so early now, so that they can get all this feedback and they can just straight away make changes based on what they're hearing. Now, obviously, if you say, oh my god, I want Recklessness or now Battle Cry to be on a 5-second cooldown, they're going to go, fuck off, that's stupid. But in general, they can hear your feedback and they can make changes that work and they think will suit the game in a much better way. So very, very happy with the state of Legion Alpha at the moment. Now, I do stress that it is alpha. Some things are going to be buggy, things aren't going to work, things are going to look weird, you're going to crash, you're going to have things not working, and it's just the way it is. So sorry about that. That was me bleeping, not you. So yeah, it's going to be a bit funky, and I'm going to be basically covering each iteration of the alpha's releases, right? As something comes out, if there's a big change to warriors, I'll go through it and I'll say, right, this is what's changed, this is how we are now. And as the alpha comes out and as it progresses and it changes, we'll be looking at the changes that are made, why they've made them, and how that impacts us as a class. I'm assuming most of the people here started, most of my followers are from warrior videos mostly, so we're going to look at the way the warrior develops, and we're going to look at all three specs, as a broad spectrum, including protection. And yeah, we should have some really good fun with the alpha. And we'll go into some dungeons and we'll test some stuff out. But I just want you to know that generally, if I do dungeons or any raid testing, it will be to look at the class, not at the fight. We'll be seeing how it deals with certain mechanics, how our AoE weaves in with our single target. If there's a boss where we have AoE phases but single target mostly, or things like that, we'll be looking at the class, we'll be looking at how it grows, and it should be pretty darn good. So with that said, there's also a lot of other things coming. I slammed down €100 on the Black Desert Online pre-order, so Black Desert is going to be probably a big part of my my gaming life in the upcoming months, along with a lot of other things. So there's going to be Black Desert content coming, quite a lot of it, and I imagine I'll be streaming a lot as well. I'll actually have a machine where I'm going to have 2 machines set up, one for streaming and one for gaming, so that it just smooths things out a bit. And I like to stream a lot more, and maybe even just have it set up 24/7, so it's just a one button push and go. And yeah, I'm looking at other games, other things that are free to play, pay to play. We'll be discussing genres and all sorts of stuff as we've seen before. So yeah, that's kind of the way things are going, and hopefully you guys are okay with that. If there's something you maybe want to talk about, or you want to change, or perhaps you want to see, just let me know. I'm more than happy to do it. But you guys just need to know it's going to be a little while before I'm up and rolling again because of tech computer and all that sort of stuff. So yeah. Thank you very much for listening, guys. If you want to talk about anything, just comment, send me a message. I don't usually look at Facebook or Twitter that much. That's usually just like a messaging service. So if you follow me on there, you'll see when new videos or when I'm streaming and stuff. So yeah. Thank you very much, guys, and I shall see you next time.